because as you know, it's a weird injury because the toe. So we're gonna have to wait a bit how he's gonna react today. But yesterday he did train and he was feeling good. So we'll see.
Is it broken or anything, or is it?
No, this is not broken. So that's why this is a weird one. So we'll see.
I kind of asked this to Cucho after the game against Toronto, but he's been in the conversation for MVP coming up, and we're coming up on the end of the season. Do you think he has done enough from just what you've seen to deserve a spot in that conversation?
What do you think I'm going to say? No, listen, I said it before. That it's normal that he should be in conversation to become the MVP because everybody knows him. But me, I know him in a different way, and for me, he deserves to be the guy because yes, we won many things. Or we won few things this year. I don't know how it's going to be next year. But like I told you, for me, this is the consistency that is the most important. And Cucho has been consistent. And not only to score goals, but also to make assist and also to make the pass before the assist and also defensively. So it's normal for me.
And I know Patrick mentioned this, that you guys are really pushing to try to get that second place and at least second place in the Eastern Conference. How much focus and conversation is there around that in the locker room, and how do you kind of talk to your players about that without losing sight of every game to game?
I'm going to be straightforward, but I don't go in the locker room with my player. This is their room. And I don't talk about this with my players. Because again, what I can control is what we do on the pitch. And the only way to be able to achieve something again this year is to be good on the pitch and to help also the player to be good off the pitch in terms of region, in terms also of ambition, but also the humility to adjust regarding certain things. So I know that I'm not here to motivate my player. This is not my job. My job is to give them tools to get better. And this is their job, to motivate them, to motivate, how do you say it, by themselves?
Themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So this is, I know that they talk about it because for sure they want to win something. But we, like I said, we all want to win, but after that there is only one winner. So what does it mean for the other guy, for the other team? So I know that, yes, I want to do well with that, but I don't talk with that about this situation. So I don't know.
And you're playing Orlando in September again. Obviously, remember last time you faced Orlando in September. Can you talk about the growth, specifically of the defense? I know it's been over a course of a year with the preseason and all different tournaments, but can you just, thinking back to where the defense was that September game against Orlando to where it is now, just the growth that you've seen?
Well, listen, it's a common sense because again, my players want to get better, as I want to improve. So for me, like I said last year when we won the trophy, is because of our Orlando, the game that we lost 4-3. It was the trigger for my players to realize and to adjust certain things. So again, for me, I have to accept that it was difficult after this game. But for me, it was also one of the games who helped us to become champion. And now the fact that we are better defensively is because they adjusted, my players adjusted, this desire to compete. Because we haven't changed anything in terms of the way we train or the way we do things, the way we do video, the tool that we use to help my player to become better. It's just they have grown. They have grown and they are able to make more plays, and also we are more yeah, this is the moment that it's a common sense. After that, I'm not superstitious. I don't know the last 7 games how it's going to be, but it's a fact that I like to attack, you know that, but I like also to defend well. So that's why I'm pleased and that we are able to defend well, and this is good for the team.
Thank you.
Coach, before you got here, we saw a few months of Cucho, and he was truly playing like a 9. He was stretching the field. He was trying to get to goal in 1v1 situations, and now it's way different. And in fact, we've talked about this before, the ways in which he creates working space for himself, where he delays his run at the far post, or like he did the other night against Toronto. Instead of collapsing with the defense, he held up his run for Andre, or for that ball to be dished to the side by Jason.
Yeah.
That's an amazing situation for a player who's just put into a scoreless game, knowing that he's got this responsibility on his shoulders, whatever that may be. And for him to have the wherewithal to control every movement in order to be helpful in that simple moment.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's no question in that.
No, but for me, this is an affirmation. No, listen, this is the beauty of our job, you know, try to evaluate all the time. Mm-hmm. And Cucho, like I said before, this is not a real number 9. And he can play in different positions. And like I told you, you know that I like to have players who can play in 2 or 3 positions because we want to put uncertainty for the opposition. Mm-hmm. And us, we want to have certainty about the way we want to do things. So tactically, this is amazing for me and my staff because we can manipulate the opposition by having players in different positions. And Cucho, there is certain thing that I cannot coach. Now I know that in the past, impossible for me to tell you that. But now I know that I cannot control everything that the player is going to do. Mm-hmm. My job is to put a structure, is to create a relationship between players, to run at the same time at the moment for something, to do something good. So that's why we and I with Cucho decided at a certain moment that I told him last year, hey, maybe this year I'm going to play a little bit more as number 10, or maybe you're going to drop a little bit more because I want to use and you are really good for the late run. And this is so difficult to defend because, as you know, teams now, they are so deep at certain moments that we want to create doubt. And to create doubt, we need to have more runs. And sometimes the late run is difficult to defend. So good for him, good for the player, good for the team. And also, I think that this is another tool for him to get better because he can see the game in a different perspective. That's why the game against Cincinnati, it was not our best game in terms of the way we controlled the game, but I really liked tactically what we did because it was new for Cucho to play in this kind of position, knowing that also defensively he had to do the job. And he struggled because, yes, we rotate, but we have to move as a team. We have to move, and this is not the same. So that's why there is many things that he can learn again. But yeah, he enjoyed that, and for me, this is the most important. I like to put players in different positions, but they have also to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So.
I read what you said after the Cincinnati game, and I was looking at your Montreal history. In that second season, you had more wins on the road than you did at home at Montreal with 65 points in second place in the East. Are you at a point in the second year in Columbus where you and your staff are now having to dip into what the third year of the Wilfried Nancy plan is to advance this team?
Maybe you have a power because you are able to read what I did 2 weeks ago. I was in the plane and I was thinking about the third year, what we can do. Because again, I have to be ahead about the opposition. They do more man marks, they do more certain things, and my job is to find a way to have more time on the opposition. So yes, I have a plan already because I think that's why the club hired me, because I showed the plan for many years and the evolution about the game. And yes, for sure there is an evolution because I have no choice. Because if I don't do it, life is supposed to be fun. So it's going to be boring for me. and also for the players. So let's do something that we can adjust certain things. So yes, we started already. Last year was the same. Last year we started in a certain way, but during the end of the season we adjusted certain things. We started the second year like the end of the first year, and during the year we adjusted certain things, and for next year it's going to be the same, because we have to. For me,
Right.
we have to.
Understood, thank you.
Coach, you painted a masterpiece last year on the pitch with winning the cup. And so far this year, you've painted several, couple masterpieces. What's this last stretch masterpiece gonna look like for the team?
I don't know, and this is the beauty of my job. I don't know, to be honest. There is a game is all the time a new story, and what I like to do is to find the time with my staff to prepare the game, and to see what can we do, to disrupt the opposition. And I cannot tell you, so this is so difficult to analyze also the opposition that we face, because they like to change. They don't do the same as they usually do. So that's why for me, the structure that we have, yes, but we need creativity within that, and we need to adjust. We need to run together. We need to rotate. We need to adjust certain things. So again, with a lot of humility, it's not easy. So, but yeah, maybe I'm going to be able to tell you at the end of the season. But now, the next 7 games, it's going to be difficult. We're going to play every 3 days. We have Orlando that it's not easy to play against them, and they start. Usually they start. I don't know. I'm going to ask Oscar, because they start in a slow motion, and all the time at the end of the year they come and they are flying. So yeah, it's going to be a difficult stretch that we're going to have. So let's focus on Orlando, and after that we'll see.
And you touched on teams not doing things like they normally do. Can you attribute that to Columbus's success, that teams have to change their way that they, attack you guys versus any other opponent in the league?
No, listen. As a coach, we want to find tools to have a good performance. So after that, depending the personality, depending what the coach wants to do, he's going to do something that maybe me, I will do the opposite. So I don't know. I don't know if it's because we won. I don't know if it's because we play in a certain way. At the end of the day, it's totally normal. And what the opposition try to do, and us also, we try to adjust at certain moments. But no way for me to tell you that we are a good team and we are the best team. We play the way we want to play, and after that, if they want to adjust, they adjust. But for us, doesn't change too much, because we like to do to attack in a different ways, or defend in a different ways. This is for us a good exercise, a good challenge. This is the way I take it.
And you touched on Orlando, starting off slow and then, coming on late. They're on that run right now with Facundo Torres and Duncan McGuire. Can you just talk about what it's going to take to stifle them and limit their chances?
First of all, against Orlando, I don't like to talk about this with my players, because it should be normal, but we're going to have to fight and to run. So if you don't do that against any kind of team, this is difficult, as we know. But against Orlando, we're going to have to match the intensity. If we don't match the intensity, we are dead in terms of physicality. And after that, listen, it's a good team, they have good players, obviously, but we're going to try to attack in a certain way and defend in a certain way to be able to control the game and to be good in to control their offensive transition, and also they are able to play, so we're going to have to be aggressive and to try to control the moment of the game. But again, the game will dictate everything. But Orlando, this is not easy. Set pieces also, we know that, as you know, last year we struggled also with that. We've been better, but no, listen, it's going to be a good game.
And what's your message to the fans this weekend, especially coming into this final stretch?
Like usually, we need you. We need your support like you used to do, and we're going to need also your support when it's going to be difficult, because this is not easy. We are excited by what is coming, but we have to focus on the on MLS, on the leagues, on the league of MLS, and we have to focus on the final. And after that, we have also the last stretch that is going to be amazing. So this is not easy, to organize that. So that's why the fan, thank you for your support. Keep going to pushing us. And when it's difficult, we need you to dribble the opposition or to tackle the opposition. I don't know, but we need you.
Haven't already clinched a spot in the playoffs. Will there be any changes to the rotation to ensure your players are healthy going into the playoffs or no?
I don't know, because the game will dictate everything. Because I'm not a big fan of, and I'm not good at that, trying to anticipate rotation. Because yes, I have the big picture, but the next game that we're going to play will dictate what we're going to do in terms of intensity or not. So every game is different. So I don't know. If we control the game, I can put the same players. If we don't, if the game is a ping-pong game, we have to rotate everybody. So I don't know. But again, we don't take for granted that we clinch the playoff, and this is so difficult to do it, and doesn't change our perspective. So the idea is depending the freshness. The most important for me is the freshness. And I'm going to use a few tools to see who I'm going to put on the pitch.
And then we had Andres in here earlier. Can you talk about what he brings to the team, as being newer to the club?
I have a massive respect for him because he came in the middle of the season from River Plate. He doesn't speak English, and he connected already with everyone. And I've been traveling a lot, and it's not easy to be like that. And as a player, he does what we saw, I would say. So this is good for him. For the moment, this is the basic stuff, but he does it well. When he's going to be able to be consistent with this level, we're going to give him more challenges. So, but for the moment, he brings passion, he brings simple play, and I'm happy for that for the moment.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks.
Thanks.